Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. I hope everybody's having a great day, a great week. Halfway through the week, basically what Wednesday means to me, and the reason I want to share this with you all, what Wednesday means to me is Wednesday night at the assembly. There was a time where I did not see Wednesday as any special day. And quite honestly, there was a time when Sundays were somewhat depressing to me because I had to go back to work the next day, and it was, I love my job, don't get me wrong, but it was, I don't know, a start over for the week, and there's just kind of nothing going on Sunday night and Sunday afternoon, and boy, has that changed a lot in the last year. Basically, what I'm telling you is that on Wednesday nights I get very, very excited, and on Sunday mornings and Sunday nights I get very excited. I'm going to surround myself with a group of very, very uplifting, very positive people. It's entertaining. I laugh a bunch, and it's just entertaining. I don't know what else to tell you. Like for me, going to the circus, I love going to the circus. It's great. Some people, they like to go do something else. I don't know. But I get excited about going on Sunday nights, Phil's house, and with the group that we have and seeing those people, great group. But here's the message I wanted to get out. Wednesday nights at the Assembly of God in West Monroe, Wednesday nights, I'll be honest with you, are some of the most amazing services I've ever been to. I've seen some truly miraculous things happen in that building, and I've seen some crazy things occur in people, some changes in people, some movement in people. There have been some really, really amazing things that I've learned and picked up, and I've been in that place before when just the day before, the week before, the month before, or a few hours before, I was talking to someone or visiting with someone, or something happened, and I was like, God, what's the deal with this and that? And I'm kind of just wondering why these things are going on or happening, or found it coincidental that this person talked about this or this, or how was they dealing with this issue, and we were trying to address it. And then, funny enough, that Wednesday night, the message was in line with what was talked about or what happened, or John Skipworth, who's the preacher on Wednesday nights, happened to address that issue or the solution for that issue, or talked about that situation. And it was just like, many times this has happened where I kind of turn to God and go, well, you got some sense of humor, I tell you, or now I understand. It's we have Matt's Bible study on Tuesday nights. I can't tell how many times God has done something that's truly funny to me. I don't believe in coincidences. Anybody who is a practicing Christian should not, because nothing is coincidental. Believe it or not believe it, it's the truth. Nothing is coincidental. But it's been many times that Matt on the Tuesday night said something, and then that Wednesday, the very next night, or Skipworth did something or talked about something, and the very next night, 2 nights later on Friday night with Matt's Bible study, same topic, same issue came up. It's just funny how God works. But my point is this, and I'll make this short and sweet and let y'all carry on with your day. A friend of mine that comes to Matt's Bible study, I've been telling her for months, you need to come on Wednesday night to the assembly. And she's had her own struggles. She's had her own things she's dealt with, and she's improved month by month, week by week. But anyway, she went last Wednesday to the assembly, and she basically tells me by text message, if I could share it, I would. But she basically says, hey, Cole, I finally went to the assembly Wednesday night. The singing and the song praising was great. The preaching was great. She said the service was really great. She said, I should have listened to you a long time ago and visited the assembly. Wow, how God is alive, especially in that building. She said, I cannot wait to go on Sunday morning. I cannot wait to go next Wednesday. That place is amazing. Here's what I'm telling you. John Skipworth is one of the better preachers I've ever heard in my life, and I've heard a bunch of them. T.D. Jakes and Osteen and all of them. I mean, not to compare him to Osteen because he's 10 times better. Osteen omits what doesn't make you feel good, but and I don't mean that ugly. I think he does great works. I think he has a great following, and I think he has a great influence on people. However, I do believe in preaching the entire Bible, good and bad, harsh reality or not. I believe you should never omit anything. So, but my point is that with Skipworth, I'll tell you, his story is amazing. If you'll go to YouTube and type in John Skipworth, it is an unbelievable story, an unbelievable path he's come down to get to where he's at. God truly picked him up, placed him in the position he's in now. He's truly anointed. It's an amazing journey, but the man is amazing behind the pulpit. You will get moved. You will get emotional. You will get a real change by hearing him. It's phenomenal. Go to YouTube, listen to him. He's got, John Skipworth. He's got YouTube videos. But then on top of that, a couple weeks ago when he was out on a trip, well, they had Christopher Miller come in. And I thought, I've never heard Christopher Miller speak, but he's a real soft-spoken guy, real nice, And I thought, it's just not going to be the same preaching style. And 5 minutes into it, he is literally fired up. I'm talking about excited. You could tell that he was so passionate and so glad and so happy and so just enthusiastic about being in that building and talking to and reaching somebody that night, to move somebody, to help somebody, to inspire somebody. He got fired up, and I was just like, wow. I mean, really? So the backups at the assembly, the guys that fill in and occasionally preach. Look, not that Christopher Miller is not preaching every week and every day to somebody. I'm just saying behind the pulpit at the Wednesday night service, it's the first time I'd seen him, and it was unbelievable. I've seen Shane Warren preach. I mean, unbelievable. So, but here's what I am going to tell you. If you're waiting on something to change you, I spoke to a friend of mine yesterday. I won't name who it is, family member, but I'm doing really well. I'm doing, great. Everything's in the right direction. Finally, everything's going good for me. And so, like I said to him, then what are you waiting for? What do you mean, what am I waiting for? What I'm saying is why are you waiting to praise God, to show him thanks, and to give appreciation to him and tell him how much you appreciate the fact that everything is going good for you, that he's changed your situation, he's got you on the uprise? Why are you waiting to come to church? Why are you waiting to come to the Bible? Why are you waiting to come to God on your knees and say, hey, how blessed am I? Thank you so much for improving my situation. Thank you so much for being there for me. Thank you so much for overlooking me, over my situation, watching, and helping me. So, whatever your situation is, I look at mine and I think about 7, 8, 9 months, a year ago. You couldn't pay me $10 million to go back to the place I was in 8, 9, 10 months ago, 11 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. Not possible. And I feel foolish and feel like an idiot for not coming to God and going, all right, what do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next? What's next on your plan? What's next? He'd been trying to call me for years to try to help other people, get some messages out, to use me. I should have come to him years ago, and I didn't. And I'm regretful about that. But you can bet you're behind that the next time that I get any kind of message, any kind of movement, or any kind of inclination that I think he's telling me to do something, I'm probably going to go do it as soon as I can. Now, I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I still make mistakes, don't get me wrong. But I've never been happier in my life, period. Ever. I've never been happier. And I didn't win the lottery. I didn't get married. I didn't find the golden nugget. I didn't, nothing has just miraculously happened other than God has changed me and he lives inside of me. I have the Holy Spirit in me like I've never had before. I'm spirit-filled, and it's because I got to a point where I went, something's got to change. This is not happy. This is not, I'm stressed all the time. I'm worried all the time. This feels miserable. I got to do something different. And, I mean, I surrendered to him and said, hey, you've been calling me for a long time. Well, here I come. I'm yours. So my question is this. What are you waiting for? For any of you that have stress, anxiety, turmoil, I mean, what are you waiting for? And then I'd ask the second question. What have you tried? And people tell me all the time, I've tried everything. I've tried everything I do. I'm a good person. I do this and I do that and I do this and I'm uncomfortable. When you use the word uncomfortable to me, then that is, you're marked. You're on a timetable. And they look at me like I'm nuts. What do you mean? When you're uncomfortable in your situation, that means it's time to say a prayer and say, all right, God, what do you want me to do? Because that means God is working on you. God makes you uncomfortable when he wants you to change, when he wants you to move. He makes you uncomfortable when he's trying to tell you something and you ain't listening. Or maybe you do listen, but I'm just telling you, when you get uncomfortable, you feel like you're backed into a corner and you have no way out and you're kind of having a panic attack about things, that is the time and the minute and the hour that you have to say, all right, God, I open my ears. Please let me hear you. But I will tell you, it's harder to hear God. It's more difficult to see the message clearly the farther you are away from him. It's like being in the ocean and being 2 miles offshore, and me being on the shore, on the beach, hollering at you, or holding up a sign. Well, how well 2 miles away can you read that sign I'm holding up? Or how well can you hear my voice over all the other noise that's going on in the world? But if you're only 100 yards off the shore, 100 yards off the beach, do you think you probably could see the sign better and hear me better? Well, yes. So the beach is God, and you, being out in the ocean, is the world. So my point is, reel it in, come a little closer, and never get too far away from what will be the only thing that can save you, and that's God. Wednesday night at the assembly is absolutely positively the greatest place you can be on a Wednesday night, in my opinion. God is in all places and at all times, and so I'm sure there's many other church services are wonderful, but I'm telling you that if you'll visit the assembly one time, I feel pretty sure that you'll take my number and say, okay, it's 318-680-6550, and you'll send me a text message or call me or message me and say, hey, you know what? You were right. That place is unbelievable. When you walk in there, you can feel God, and when you said just John Chipworth, guys, no joke, you ain't kidding. The man's unbelievable. 6:30, come hear him one time. Trust me on this. If you're lost, you need found. If you've got tornadic behavior in your life and things are going all over crazy, and you don't feel like you have a solid ground and solid position that you're holding on to, that is helping your life, then give it to God. You'll be amazed as soon as you say the words, I surrender. All right, God, use me, take me, guide me, and lead me. You'd be, I'm telling you, shocked at how quickly he'll say, all right, watch me work. I'm telling you. And if I can do anything to help, please don't hesitate to call me. Okay, y'all have a blessed week. Bye.